Who stole my agenda?
Not me.
Hard copy? He never gives me one.
I can get you one.
Nope, no,
You never want the hard
no.
copy.
I should have, no, I got it right here. Just had to open it.
That's usually my problem.
I was just proud of myself. I remembered to frickin' do one this month. Last month was bad. I did send you the right copy of the most.
I haven't even looked at it yet. I hope
And
so.
we get one too, right? Sometimes.
At some point, we'll get one, right?
As soon as, yeah, when she sends it out tomorrow certified, you get your certified copy.
I get a certified copy.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna get a certified copy when she sends it to Perry.
That would be nice.
I just have to make sure. No.
right.
So lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job, Bonnie. Microphone's on? This thing working? So that's all that matters, right?
As long as one works.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's that one. Oh, it's on. Okay, I didn't hear it.
All right, has everybody had a chance to look at the minutes from the clerk from the 11-13 board meeting? And corrections, additions? Hearing none, these are the clerk's minutes. Brings us to our first public comment. Anybody in the public wanting to speak?
Like in Zoom where you can see the audience.
Yeah, you like that?
No, not actually. No.
All right, any other public comments? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make that.
Short meeting, motion to adjourn? Oh, all right. You've got the highway report to read?
Yes.
You get to go right up top because that's where Sean's usually been.
Okay, hauled garbage and recyclables, plowed and sanded roads, cleared parking lots and sidewalks. Buyer picked up the Western Star dump truck. We ended up with 20,000 instead of 9,700 after going through all the counter offers. Installed a culvert on Uncas Road gravel section, moved snow piles from around town to make room for more, raked roads in Moose River Plains, cut some brush on Helldive Pond Road in Moose River Plains, took down American flags off the poles for winter, shelved roads to accommodate snow traffic. Coming up, haul garbage and recyclables, plow and sand roads, parking lots and sidewalks, work with the snowmobile department to put snow on trails alongside of Route 28. Keep shelving roads when necessary for snowmobiles, service trucks and equipment as necessary, and keep equipment clean.
Any questions of highway? If he was here, I thank him for working for the trails department. Pictures online were nice to see the shelving. And, I'd just like to say that, we've been putting snow on those trails when we move the snow off the snowbanks for years. So it's good to see him continuing to do that. We try and beat Mother Nature at her game, and Sean's to be commended in his department on that. Anything else for highway? Transfer recycling.
Transfer, open 4 days a week from 8 AM to 11:45, then 1 PM to 6:45 PM. Closed Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Oops.
Building is clean and orderly. All Freon has been pumped out of the units with Freon in them. Stump dump is closed for the season.
On my agenda, I've got Friday is open. It's Thursday supposed to be open. I have wishful thinking when I was gonna take stuff up on a Friday, I guess. Any questions of transfer recycling? Anybody want to pick on the guy that was working up there? Sorry.
Neat and tidy, Pete, keep it up.
Um, living at EK, I don't think anybody's here. Did they give a report? Well, you get everything this.
Living BDK and Partners, Adirondack Action and Adirondack Roots recently launched the new short-term to long-term rental catalyst program pilot. A second Zoom education event is being scheduled in January. Living ADK has reached out to the Web Codes office to discuss the program and how best to share the information with the permitted STR owners of record. Steve Underhill will also reach out to Inlet Codes. Living ADK deed restriction program. We are setting up a meeting with Community Bank's lending department in early January to review any lingering questions on the program. The Bagels blood pressure checks and more event is Thursday, December 12th from 10 a.m. to noon at the Old Forge Ambulance Corps offices. Various social service resources will be present along with MVHS nurses performing complimentary blood pressure checks. A new food security program pilot for Inlet Web seniors 60 years plus, disabled or homebound, was recently granted a second successful award through the Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield Health and Wellness Awards valued at $1,250. The fund now totals $21,250. The program anticipates to commence in mid-January by providing a weekly delivered bag lunch to those who are interested in the program. This will be in collaboration between various nonprofits and local volunteers. Inlet's Adele Burnett and Julie Meeks Nelson are assisting in identifying individuals interested in the program. Through collaboration with Living ADK, Point Positive 101 is offering a local marketing workshop in Inlet on January 16th. Local resident Jill Marsh, co-owner of the Caboose, will be the guest speaker. And join us for a Point Positive 101, a dynamic free marketing workshop on January 16th from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Screaming Eagle in Inlet. Dive into professional marketing methods, get hands-on guidance tailored to your business, and discover free local resources that can support your growth. Whether you're just starting out or looking to expand, this event is a chance to build your brand with expert insights and connect with a network of like-minded entrepreneurs. That's Living ADK.
Any questions of Living ADK? All right. Moving on, Fern Park Master Plan.
I'd like to start moving on something this coming month.
Yeah, it'd be great, yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Maybe we can get something going by spring.
Well, it'd be awesome if maybe before we all leave, we come up with a date to meet.
Sure, yeah.
In January.
Yeah, I'll contact Dan and get whatever he had. And, you know,
Everything he had is online,
Right.
so all of his documents are accessible online
through,
through Google Docs.
okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll try to get something going this month, this coming month.
You know, is there any thought for going out for like an RFP at some point for an engineering firm for putting something on paper? Or you guys gonna come up with a brown paper bag version of it first and then do that?
Yeah, so Dan seemed to think that something was already sent and it was just waiting for like board approval to go forward.
It's been too long. I can't remember where we were at, so I think I just gotta go back and figure out where we were at.
Because we did put a little bit of money in the budget
We did,
to do that for engineering and stuff like that. So that's the first step to have that
yeah,
to get it. So, cool.
yeah, this month we're working.
All right. Good. Communications, shelter progress and 911 update. The easier one to answer, I guess, is the 911 update. I think we're still going to be with Herkimer County 911, and the numbering's been done.
You-
So I chatted with John today
Okay.
and there's some details that need to be worked out before he can send letters out to everyone. It's just a matter of, there's complications with putting it into a letter and sending it to everyone, where there's some parcel or some properties that have more than one parcel. Like maybe they have 3 parcels, but there's 4 buildings on those 3 parcels, so it gets complicated. So as soon as he gets all that figured out, those letters will go out, but it does not look like they'll go out before the end of December.
Winter,
It will be a winter mailing. He definitely would prefer to see a winter go out, so he'd be more available to answer questions, because once
right.
summer get
Yeah,
here.
initially it was gonna be
busy.
a
Right.
December mailing.
Right.
And then we were gonna try to do something by January. Now we're
Something
looking
was missed
at
in,
maybe
in,
a
I don't know,
January mailing or a February mailing, or he doesn't.
He didn't say for sure.
that was missed.
It's got to be done right before it goes. It's got to be done
Something was
right.
missed. That's all I know.
Send something out and have it be wrong, so must be
And-
100% ready.
No.
And if anybody saw the list of just
Oh, yes.
the raw data,
It
there's
is.
going to be a lot of letters.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of letters.
Yeah,
Yeah, everyone's gonna get.
well,
over it.
you know, that, what you're saying is if you got like a lot of parcels, you're trying to put them all into one
Yep.
mailing. I
One
get
letter
what they're
explain
doing.
it, right.
But
Yep.
there was errors. I mean, I found an error right away. So I know that they're working on that stuff.
Yep.
He thinks he's got all the errors worked out.
Yeah.
Now it's just a matter of how to get the message out.
Very
Okay.
good.
All right.
All right. We'll keep everybody posted. The shelter progress. Nokia has been up there doing the microwave install, I believe. Midstate for Nokia.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But anyways, Hamilton County's still trying to get their stuff. I got contacted yet again today. Now that the snow's there and the roads not supposed to be driven on, but they're taking side by sides up it. They still want to move a gate on a fence that they put in the wrong spot. They didn't find out until after the fact. And we've got to get the generator restarted, or fired up. There's a service that comes with us purchasing that generator where they come and do the first run on the generator. They may be contacting you on the generator part of that to be taken up there. I don't know. I don't think that's not Midstate. That's somebody through Patriot Towers. But per our conversations with the property owner, Mr. Corsani, anything we can do to mitigate damage to that road is preferable. Hamilton County, supposedly will get their system up and running if the generator is working and the communication loop is full and ready. Did they ever contact back to Eagle Wireless for light fiber instead of dark fiber?
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to afford that. They're asking for something. Number one, Dank doesn't do it.
Right.
It was very rare. They did it for us between
Short term,
short
short haul.
haul. They're not, I mean, I don't think he has any comprehension of what that's the reason why people buy $100,000 microwave systems,
Yes.
because the rent is $5,000 or $6,000 a month.
But there still was a way around that to do what I call light fiber or
Yes,
whatever.
lit fiber, yeah.
And
IP connectivity and
And
I
it's-
offered it to them, just so you know, I offered it to them at the beginning.
Yeah.
When I thought that there's no way they would get it done before the winter. And they said, no, we're all set. We're gonna get it done.
so anyways, anything for emergency communications up there is still also on hold. Both AT&T and T-Mobile are done with their,
T-Mobile has some work to do, as you know. If anybody has T-Mobile, which nobody has T-Mobile. If you do dial 911, you're still gonna get like Pleasant. Unless they went to lunch or are serving meals at the jail, and then you'll get state police. So
Isn't Verizon supposed to bounce to this T-Mobile tower?
they have nothing to do with each
Oh, I
other.
thought they had a contract. Somebody told me that. That's not true.
there's something in an emergency situation that can be
Yeah.
done, but I don't even know how that works. I think that's again through light fiber.
No, they don't.
They don't like to talk to each other.
They won't.
Yeah.
talk to each other.
Anyways, getting that shelter up there as late as we did, I knew was going to cause problems. I'm hoping everything is fully operational, including.
Oh, it's great. I'd say it's very positive. I know your facial expressions are not showing, but the things are moving forward. I just want,
I'm frustrated.
I wish it was 2 years ago, but it isn't.
It isn't.
But things continuously move forward.
Okay, thank you.
We're gaining ground then.
Yes.
And Herkimer's almost ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, we were meeting, a couple of times with the technical people. And Herkimer is moving forward. Herkimer has yet to provide us with an estimate on what it was gonna cost, but they were gonna, take on the highway department and the ham radio operators into the unified antenna system on the higher tower,
Gotcha.
which is Herkimer and Inlet.
Yep.
Hamilton is separate, but they're using the smaller tower. And and I believe their antennas are up.
Midstate was supposed to be putting those up, I
And
think.
I've been seeing them drive by every day. They only work for a couple hours, but they go by every day. I don't get it. Like, I would get up at 5 a.m. to make sure I was up here to work all day, and they'd leave at 2.
Anyways,
I did have one quick question to present to you, and I should have emailed it earlier if you don't mind. There is room and facilities to move the highway repeater now, but it would not be on the top of the tower. We would put it on the ice bridge for the winter. The advantage to us is, number one, it would get up there and already be in the shelter, and would provide, I would assume, significant improvement in repeater coverage, which would give really only means anything to the trail department.
well, going into the plains, that would be nice to have that.
There might be some costs, but they're up there every day, and Capital Stage is going to be up there. And I could just ask them to bolt it to the side of the ice bridge, a temporary antenna. I was hoping they were going to put something higher, but, so if you want to discuss that, I don't think there's any significant cost, but it will take the repeater down for a day.
Right, but if the power is active up there to use that?
Oh yeah, everything's great. The heat's on. They've been having parties up there. It's nice to have a.
That's a good point for me to say. I haven't had the luxury of being able to get up there yet.
It's a nice place to warm up because the heater is working.
Okay.
So, the Midstate guys, it's not fun to be on a tower when there's
No.
stuff happening.
All right.
So that's something it doesn't.
I would say that's an easy yes.
Yeah.
Especially for the groomers going back into the plains.
Yeah, if we can pick up some.
And that's just the repeater. That's prior to the equipment going up to the sharing to the up.
Right. I mean,
top
it's
tower.
like, it will be way better than it is now, but
Yeah.
a fraction of what it will be
When we get up top.
on the top.
Okay.
But the top of a mountain with no trees or leaves or anything is very good. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Board approval,
Do it.
Whatever's safer.
motion,
Offered.
move the repeater to the ice
Second.
bridge. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You remember how we got it up on that? Did they fork it up to the top of that, above the bathroom? Heavy as hell. I took the batteries out of it.
Have at it.
Yeah.
All right. Where was I? Planning board.
So master plans made some progress. We made some progress at our last planning board meeting. And we have some more stuff thanks to Jennifer. She gave us some bunch of updates.
Awesome.
We're gonna work on the second half at our meeting on Wednesday. And then Jennifer and Chris Holt and Stephen and myself got together today as part of a subcommittee of the community task force. And they put up together some more things to add to the plan. So at our Wednesday planning board meeting is our hope to finish it up and have something to present to you for your January meeting.
Awesome. Good. That's a good path for that information to come from too. So that's making note of all that in the plan itself.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect.
And it would be great for the board members to take a look after, the final edit to see what, the community has added to it. And even from our task force, there have been some more comments of concerns they would like to see in the plan. So we'll try to add those, but, there's people out there that, want to be part of the plan and like to go forward and continue forward.
I know you had been looking for a lot of input from us, but I like to see a lot of this stuff coming from the community itself. I mean, it was the original board that put it together with Greg O'Hara.
Greg O'Hara, yeah.
You know, it was all community driven. And it's been every update's been awesome. So thank you for having the input on that. And I look forward to seeing it. Anything else from the planning board? All right, parks, building codes, assessors, information, and youth commission are attached to the agenda. Before I forget, I'd like to jump into the youth commission down on the bottom of theirs attached. Had an offer to purchase the Zamboni attachment that hasn't been used in how many years?
Or Frank.
Poor Frank. You know, $1,000?
Yeah, and an update to Mary's report, we received the other half too, so they have the whole $1,000 for the.
You know, that's a rubber stamping from the board if it's okay. It's youth commission equipment, but it's still technically town. Does anybody have a problem with surplusing the Zamboni that hasn't been used? And it'll be going to what the ice bowl
High school.
people, so it'll still be used in the area for a benefit to the area.
Might be something that's.
Like,
Yeah, no,
make a motion,
Sure, I'll make a motion.
Tim, second by JT, discussion. All in favor?
All right,
Approved.
they're gonna pick it up.
I believe so. We did.
They're gonna drive it.
Yes, so actually they're looking for.
Just ask it.
It's an attachment. It does,
Up there,
it goes on the back of a tractor, right?
tractor, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they'll move it.
And then the space that can be used by the Mighty Loons. I keep wanting to say the Mighty Ducks, but they're out in LA. Loons is much more apt for the inlet area. Because of the birds on the water, never mind. All right, anything from Parks? Other than your report?
Well, we had a good start to December for winter. A lot of good skiing for a week and sledding, snowshoeing. We're probably one cold night away from having the rink totally frozen.
Wow.
So we're taking a step back now, but hopefully, things will turn around.
If it doesn't.
I've never
make it a
groomed in
pool.
December before, so it was pretty awesome.
Did we lose most of it?
I don't think, we had a pretty decent base. I went out there and packed it up,
Anything in the woods is still good.
so.
Should be solid.
Yeah, you know, the parking area is a total disaster right now, but that'll freeze up hopefully the next couple of days.
I was sent some videos of some kids sledding in the lights, under the lights.
Cool.
Having lots of fun.
Other than that, would be I don't know if you guys want to move forward with talking about the parks truck.
Seeing as how it takes as long as it does to get something from any of these people, you've done your due diligence as far as getting quotes. This is everything we talked about and actually less than what I talked about originally. You stepped back to a 2-door instead of a 4-door, right?
He's more interested in the box room, so I get why. He is.
It is, yeah, I mean, we still can fit 3 guys in it, so.
Mhm.
Yeah, just having the 8-foot bed is what we need to. Pick up garbage every day in the summers.
You know your needs.
It actually came in cheaper than I expected. I know it's still not cheap, but. I'm happy with the one quote.
Anybody have an offer for the Mangino Chevrolet quote not to exceed $50,000? It's the total sales price on this is $49,789.43.
I'll make a motion.
Moved by JT,
I'll second that.
seconded by Dan. Discussion. And we started talking about this well before budget processes, and this isn't a one-time purchase tonight. If anything, I think I probably put you off last year getting the vehicle and the year before. We didn't really have to. How old's this one that we got?
15. About 14.
There had been talk about taking, as part of this discussion, there had been talk about giving it to highway or keeping it to parks,
Giving it to trails.
giving it to trails. Oh, trails wants it. So we'll be taking money out of trails to help you pay for this. How much you want to get for the used truck?
I mean,
$49,000.
Yeah.
I think 10 grand's fair.
We'll talk about that. All right. Motion on the table. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Please, order your truck. Anything else for parks? How about trails? We'll go this way around. I usually pick on Adele first, but she gets to breathe and think about it now.
Put up all our snow fence, all our signs, cut brush and everything, groomed everything. It was pretty nice. But we gotta start all over again.
I'm hoping this will give some of it a base that hasn't been beat up too bad, but
Do have to call up piston bowling, have them come down, and put the computer on the one machine, because I have a light coming on. They cost 800 just to get them down here.
I'll better to find out what it is before it's more than 800.
What was that now?
That's on the Honda.
That's on the Honda, okay.
This is the old group.
Oh, okay.
Didn't Webb have one we could borrow? Did they,
No, it doesn't have one.
they didn't buy one? I thought they said they didn't.
How much are the computers?
Like $5,000.
Jeez.
But then it's like $5,000.
With the software that updated it on its own.
Yeah.
They get you coming or going?
800 is pretty cheap.
They get you
He
stuff.
started last year, because it was on last year, and they came down and looked at it, and now came back on again. He said, might send you the computer, I'm not sure.
Okay.
They call. I talked to Dan about snow fence. I'd like to get a snow fence now, so that they don't have to buy two next year, because my snow fence is in real bad shape.
I think that's a good idea.
It's $750. A pallet.
I mean, even though we're already into next year's money because we just paid bills tonight. But yes, that's a good idea.
Great idea.
That's it. I'm just going to start grooming again,
All right.
cutting more brush.
Trails did look great from.
That's the FX master.
Yeah.
When you posted that, I was like, holy cow. Had you gotten some decent cleaning out there? Decent cleaning. Not, we don't use the word cutting trees. Thank you. Fallen removal. Okay.
One more thing.
Yep.
Unfortunately, the golf course is not allowing us to groom again this year.
I wondered about that.
So we were hoping for the best. We were close, but they pulled back, which is fine. It's their property. They are, again, asking everyone to please stay off their property. It is private and it is considered trespass. Hopefully next year we'll have something going again. But for this year, it's going to be Fern Park.
And I reiterate my earlier comments that, what Mike just said, it's private property. And the Lins had let us use it for years, and the prior owners for years. It shouldn't be a why aren't they? It should be thank you for what you did let us do.
That's-
And hopefully we can get it back in the future.
It's looking good for next year.
If the golfers hadn't abused it, I'm kidding.
Oh, I know how they are.
Yeah, we recognized two golfers in the room, so I thought.
Stay on trails.
I still hold out hope that they're gonna come through with what they desire, either somebody to purchase it or a path forward. So, all right. Adele,
Back to trails first.
oh, wait, back to trails?
Yeah, only because Tuesday's the day Pete goes to trails 3 days a week and parks 2 days a week. As we discussed.
Okay,
That's I guess Sean's release date. Yeah, so
gotcha. So,
I don't know if they ever had no one ever really dedicated
did anybody tell you, Peter? Okay,
so that is the plan. So
yep.
I didn't know if anybody was aware of it.
But it's nice. Once again, it shows how the departments are sharing the labor that we have spreading out in a useful manner. So thanks for helping navigate that. But Sean was very receptive to it. So we're moving forward. Now, Adele.
Sorry.
Just a couple things that are not in my report. The lunch that Cap 21 mentioned, or Living ADK mentioned. It will be a weekly thing. So if anyone knows of any seniors or, shut-ins or anything like that, that might want a weekly lunch, give me a name or, just let us know so we can make that happen.
Excellent.
And the other thing was the thing that Jill Marsh is doing. I will be sending out information about that happening at Screaming Eagle, because that wasn't in the report yet there. And there's still some bells on the tree. If anyone wants to grab a bell on their way out, I'm here if you want to grab one. Or come in when my office is open.
Very good. Am I missing anything? Yes, I was gonna, well, while we were on trails, I still had trails separate because I wasn't sure if you were gonna be here tonight. Road use. I'd really like to, once again, make crystal clear that, the permit that we sell, both Inlet and Web, is for the trails. The road use is either given up by the town, the county, but not the state. The state will not allow us on 28 unless you need to navigate from a driveway to, you can go out for a little bit and cut back in. Both Herkimer County and Hamilton County pass resolutions every year to allow snowmobile use on the county roads. I used to be the one making that motion every year over at the county until this year. I wasn't at that meeting, but, and I would always make the motion with, it's a road first. It's access for snowmobiles second. And some of the comments that are online, I just really need to reiterate that if things get sloppy, if we get what we've got today, the downturn in the weather, and I'm a skier and a snowmobiler, I like the snow. I don't like the thaws. But it seems like we always get one around New Year's. We always get this one the day, if we're lucky enough to have snow, the day the trails open. It's just Mother Nature. She knows our calendar. But roads are roads. And, with the road that comes into question for us a lot is the Uncas Road. Years ago, there was nobody going back to the ponds in the middle of winter, and it might have looked like a seasonal highway. But as soon as you have one resident that wants access to their building, it's a town road, and we have declared it a seasonal road. It needs to be cleared when it gets sloppy. And it's unfortunate, but that has to happen. And the Uncas Road, the other thing that's the downfall of that Uncas Road, it's on an old rail bed, and the access, state property butts up against it almost on either or every side. There's nowhere to put a trail off the side. The farther you get down the Uncas Road, the harder it's going to be to shelf. We're only allowed to clear what we maintain. And I tongue-in-cheek talk to the highway superintendent every year. Shouldn't we be maintaining just a little bit more? The gravel's over there in between those two trees. You can't do it. We've got environmental groups that hawk us on every tree that's taken. So I just like to caution people that they're there for access, but they're not trails. They are roads first. All right, I'll get off my soapbox. Turn it back over to the town clerk. She hasn't read anything in a little while, so she's getting anxious.
My report is revenue is $3,955 for the month of November. I have a letter, from John Khalil. He was unable to be here tonight. On the behalf of Adirondack Snowmobile Advocates, I'd like to thank Inlet's Tourism Director Adele Burnett for attending our first Towns of Web and Inlet Snowmobile Safety Meeting that took place on November 21st. I'd also like to thank Supervisor Fry for reaching out to me in support of the event, despite a prior commitment. The event was a success and was well attended by residents, business owners, as well as representatives of both communities. As a result, there was a tremendous amount of positive feedback that was provided, and numerous ideas were exchanged with the goal of making snowmobiling safer in the communities. At the suggestion of Ms. Burnett, the next safety meeting, when announced, will take place in the town of Inlet. Additionally, I'd also like to recognize Councilmember Tim Bronsell for attending our opening day meet up event at the Little Fox in Big Moose this past Monday. Despite the small turnout, his presence spoke volumes about the town of Inlet's commitment to snowmobiling. Since I won't be able to attend tonight's board meeting, I'd like to thank the entire town board and everyone who has worked hard to prepare for the snowmobile season. The combined efforts of the information office as well as the trails and highway departments are greatly appreciated. And with a little help from Mother Nature, the upcoming snowmobile season looks to be a good one despite the recent rainfall. And that's John Kalil's letter. And the last letter I have is from Kayak. Says, on behalf of Kayak Board and students, we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks for your generous donation of $500. Your support means so much to our group, and it'll make a real difference in the lives of the youth we serve. As you may know, we work hard to provide a safe, supervised environment for local young people, and your contribution helps us continue offering a place where students can hang out after school, participate in events, and enjoy recreational activities. We believe this program is vital in helping our youth grow, develop important life skills, and stay engaged with their peers and community. It's a privilege to be part of a community that cares as much as you do about its future. Your generosity is truly inspiring, and we are deeply grateful for the belief in our mission. We look forward to keeping you updated on the progress and achievements of our youth. Thank you once again for your kindness and commitment to our group. We could not do important work without supporters like you, the Kayak Board of Directors.
Very good.
And I'm done.
That's it?
Mhm.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Two things on mine, the snowmobile program. I believe we're in the season. We're moving forward. All the glitches are out of the way. Okay. But at least we're there. We're operational, and if Mother Nature cooperates, we'll be ready to go. You still have a sharing plan in place for doing the permits?
We do.
Okay.
My office processes on Tuesdays and Fridays, the online permit.
All right. So it's our hope that we get snow, and less of what happened earlier today. I don't have anything other to add to that. Anybody want to add anything to the snowmobile program that they don't think is working right? I think we're starting out on the right foot, both towns.
Yeah, it's mostly just it's the internal stuff, the reporting and the, stuff that just makes it more difficult to keep track of what we're doing
Or what you did.
or what we did.
And we hope the sales will be there. All right, well, let us know if there's anything that needs to continue to be tweaked. And
Well, I mean, there never was a meeting, between Town of Webb and Inlet I talked to Alexis through email and occasionally on the phone, but there never was. a
I
meeting
tried.
That was promised.
I know.
I think we're still gonna try and see if we can't get the board together.
We need to, because the way we have this set up, we're supposed to be all set to go by February. So February is only 2 months away. So we're gonna have to find some time, and we're gonna have to,
Squeak some in.
squeak something in there.
This would have been one of the ones we needed, was the one she's talking about.
Yeah, no, but
I know.
what I'm saying is we're gonna need to meet if we're gonna renew the contract the way we have it set up now.
Right.
It's gonna come up really fast.
Yep, it's up for renewal at the end of March.
Yeah, and then we wanna get these things that last year the contractor's already signed for this thing, and
We really need to do this for next year. We want to be ahead of it.
Yes, I want to be ahead of it. So, I'm here for a little bit, next couple weeks, and then I'm gonna be around sparsely. But we need to do that because it's gonna be here before you know it.
All right. I'd like to set our organizational meeting for January 8th, and our normal meeting starts at 7:30, but we'll dive into the organizational process at 7:45.
You wanna do that, the 2025 meeting?
Yeah.
Instead of the 2015,
Yeah.
John picked up on.
That's the second time that's popped up. I think it is an automatic
It's gonna
change.
be the spell check.
Yeah, that's the spell check.
So you want a 7:45?
Yeah, we'll start the meeting at normal, right? And then we're gonna do that then, plan.
What's the full name again?
Well, it's Thomas Furlong, not Jamie. He
Right, that's
goes
why I
by
said
Jamie.
the
Yep.
full.
Mhm.
All right, the other thing I have to add, that's the missing line there, is we've hired a new patrol person for the town of Inlet. He's been working for us part-time on and off. He's been a full-time member of the Webb Police Department, but he asked to meet with us and see if there was room up here. So Thomas Jamie Furlong has been hired as a full-time patrolman person in the town of Inlet. With the approval of the board, would somebody like to make that motion to ratify
I'll
that?
offer that.
I'll second it.
Discussion? I'd like to welcome Thomas Jamie Furlong aboard. He's been an asset as a part-time employee, and he's been an asset to the area as a full-time employee down in Webb. I think it's safe to say that, we've lost a couple of the other patrolmen in the area going back to the town, or down to Rome. That could have been the case with Mr. Furlong. We decided to keep him in the area. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. I have nothing for executive session. Anybody in the public have anything they'd like to add? Sir?
My name is Jay Duke. This is my wife Marcella. We're from Pennsylvania. We're seasonal residents, at least for the last 2 years, at a house on South Shore Road on Twin Ponds. So I just we thought we'd come here and say hello and thank you all for what you're doing for the snowmobilers and trying to keep our trails nice to ride on. And certainly, whatever you can possibly legally manage on the shelving, we appreciate it.
Yeah. So you're a little bit further down on South Shore Road, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we mostly go that direction because South Shore always stinks. If it's good, we come up this way. I've never been on this river, but.
No, we haven't done it.
Yeah, you got to get out there.
Yeah, that's.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Unfortunately, where we are, you get 2 miles that way and then all the way around Trail 5 just to get up here to start.
I hear you.
South Shore stinks. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my pocket dreams a long time ago would have been to have a nice trail along the side of the South Shore Road for the majority of it. But anytime that was brought up, we got shut down very quickly.
We were down at Webb last night trying to push the issue of giving us a little bit of shelving on South Shore. We went through 2 high faxes last year, so turned up 2 high faxes. Just going a mile and a half down South Shore.
Yeah, as you get in between the health center and half a mile up the road, it's tight. It's tough.
It is. There's a lot of places through there. There's no room to do it, but
So you can shelve, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been nice if there'd been a trail up above that on the, back in the woods or whatever, but anyways,
anyway,
well,
we're here to offer support and gratitude.
thank you. It's much appreciated.
Connie's online. I don't know if she had something that.
Oh, Connie, are you there?
Right here. How you doing, everybody?
Good.
Good. I just want to check to see if you have gotten the check for $5,000 yet.
Not the most recent one, no.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to check. Sorry, I was a few minutes late jumping on because my sister called, so I just want to see if I had missed anything. But you
No.
should have 2 checks coming.
I
One
think
for-
we got the last one and we don't have the most recent 5,000.
Okay, all right. All right, great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
No,
you.
thank you. Tell your sister we said hi.
Hey, will do.
Anything else for public comment? All right, next, oh my God, I didn't change that either.
Nope.
Next meeting is 2025, January 8th. The bills and updates, 6:30, a meeting at 7:30, and the organizational meeting at 7:45. Motion to pay highway,
Moved.
discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Motion to pay general and sewer,
Offered.
discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So carried. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. We'll see you all next year. 2015. Yeah, there's certain times that